It's start time with the Star Roddy Rod.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. James 128 announcing our featured presentation, Start Time with Roddy Rod. Enjoy.
It's Star Time, and it's your boy, the Star Roddy Rod, and today I got my boy from Robe. I got Vance in the building. What's good?
What's good, Joe? What's good?
Yeah, man. Good to have you here, bro.
Feels good, man. I ain't see the bros and do a link up in a very long time, man. It's kind of crazy to think how much time has lapsed, but I'm glad to see everybody still here doing their thing.
So September 2003, you remember your first day in Robeson. What was going through your mind?
My first day, I don't know. I could have sworn I was the shortest thing that walked up in that building, man. I ain't gonna hold you. And it don't help the way my mom's dropped me off. It was like literally throwing a little tadpole into the big lake, you know, from the stream into that big lake, and I kind of didn't know what to do. I was just, you know, I went in through the main entrance, and I'm standing in the lobby, and I'm just looking around. I see the big mural of Paul Robe, and I'm like, wow, this is my school, and it's like there's no turning back because she done pulled off already. Like, I gotta go to work. Like,
now I want to ask you,
Yeah.
did you go to the Robeson had a little orientation before the even the summer program? Did you go to that, or did you go to the summer program?
I honestly don't remember none of that. Like I said, my first day was that day. Like,
September 2003. Yeah, bro.
Like,
I can say I was just like you. I was scared because I only pulled up there with my bro from junior high. So at that point, we got in there and we just separated because we all had different classes.
Yeah.
So
definitely. It didn't help. My mother sent me there because my cousin was going there, and I want to say a year or two after that, he got kicked out. So I was literally there by myself.
Was your cousin in the same year? It was older, younger?
He was older.
Okay, so he was already there when you got there.
Yeah, when I got there. Granted,
so at least you had somebody there at least when you got there. So then,
but it didn't.
You didn't see him, right?
Yeah, the worst part about it is I didn't see him for about, I want to say like a week or two or something. Granted, he was like those kids that kind of drifted in and out, you know, went to class sometime. I always seen him in the hallway, so you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
You remember your 9th grade year? How that was?
Well, yeah, it was an eye opener. I can say that. it
tell me about it.
It showed me what high school was about. On top of how the next 3 years was looking like it was going to shape up. Granted, it was a learning curve, and I had to learn quick. Like it was something I had to catch it. Granted, there's a few things that eluded me, but other things that I picked up on quick too. So.
You had gym the first year?
I believe I did. Yeah.
So you did gym, you did the sports. What you did in gym?
You know, they were doing everything. You know, they did the dodgeball, basketball. Granted, I think I gravitated more to basketball. Granted, I wasn't too much of a you know, I want to say a pro level, you know, I want to say novice type. But I enjoyed basketball. Granted, that was something me and my cousins bonded over, so kind of leaned more towards.
So you was nice in ball?
I won't say nice, but I won't say I was a decent player. You know, knew how to play defense more. You know, I was more of a decent defensive player more than a scorer. But you know, give me the chance and I'm open. I get it done.
You remember me and you had science?
Yeah.
You remember the teacher? I don't remember the teacher.
I think it was Mr. Allen, if I'm not mistaken.
That was a lady. Miss Theodore's son.
There was a few. Granted, the one science teacher I remember was Mr. Allen, and he was a funny white guy. I know kids gave him a lot of hell, but I enjoyed him. Granted, his attempts at being funny were kind of stale. Granted, I would laugh anyway at the attempt.
Yeah.
But, other kids gave him shit for it.
Man, you have computers that year?
Right? With Miss Pooh?
Yeah, oh my God.
I remember her. I ain't gonna never forget Miss Pooh. She got me.
Yo, Miss Pooh.
She called my mother right in front of everybody. You think it's funny? She just wasn't up here. Hold on. I said I ain't even saying nothing. I literally was just laughing. Literally, one of my friends said something, and I bust out laughing, and she like, oh, you back to it? Hold on. She whipped the phone out. I couldn't even stop her. I remember that day vividly. My mother called me, or she gave me the phone. She was like, it's a rap, right? I was just up there. We just had this conversation. It's a rap, right? I'm like, damn. It was so deep.
Yeah.
My mother hung up on me after when I spoke to her, and she sent my cousin up to the school that lunch period that day. It was so deep.
I didn't know that.
My cousin was a I want to say a sergeant at the time in the NYPD. I think she's the captain now, but she was a sergeant back then, and she literally popped up in full uniform. It was so like I was literally so depressed after that class. Lunch just didn't seem like anything to me. Like I literally walked in all droll, so I said hoodie on my head. I'm like, damn, when I get home, it's over. Like we literally did just have this conversation, so I know it's like my mother's gonna kill me.
I remember me and you had lunch on 9th grade. You remember who we were sitting with?
I remember sitting with Katrina.
Yeah.
Let me sit with everybody. Gail,
Terica,
right? Mm-hmm.
And it was like weird because we was all like freshmen and we was all new.
Yeah.
And it was like an experience of all of us trying to figure it out together.
Yeah. I love seeing it though, yeah. Because
I don't remember during that time, none of us obviously didn't have sex.
Well, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, my first year, it was an eye opener because I joined the bowling team.
Yeah.
And it was a girl on there. I won't say her name,
no names.
Facebook, but she gave me first piece, and it made for me. I want to say a little bit more of a I don't want to say a status symbol, but she was a senior, so. With a freshman, I felt like I was doing something. Like, granted, it was totally on some me just being oblivious. Like she approached and she pressed and she was beautiful, and I personally didn't. I don't know. I was a little self-conscious back then, so in my mind, I don't know what she's seeing me, but I'm glad that she thinks I'm cute enough to, take it that far with it, and I want to say I enjoyed it. She opened my eyes,
You remember how crazy the lunchroom days were?
Definitely. Granted, I remember the transitions between, using the cards and the tickets.
The tickets for people used to laugh at me because I had the tickets into my house. And I would go up there and freaking get my school lunch.
Little did you know, you had the ill hustle because you could have easily got a book in school and had one sent in, and then you could have had double lunch like certain kids I knew.
I didn't care to get double lunch.
It was a hustle, though. Little did anybody know, because when they started charging, it was a quarter. Remember?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
If you ain't pay a quarter, you can't eat. I remember lunch ladies were standing on it. Granted, I want to say I had a good relationship with them because I remember one time my mama ain't fill out that form and I couldn't literally get it. Like, they looking in the book.
It was like a little blue form, right?
They looking in the book. They're like, I'm sorry, your mama ain't send that form, and so you can't. I'm like, damn, stomach gurgling. I'm like, I really can't eat. First lady like, I'm like, thank you. I'm like, oh, I know, like I said, that's why
it was like a blue card, right?
I used to handle everybody with a certain respect when it came to Robe, and when it come to staff, everybody, even the janitors, everybody got a certain respect out of me. Granted, I want to say that when my mother used to come in and just blow through like a tornado. Everybody knew her and got her number, from security to teachers, and it was so deep. Security used to be looking at me in the hallway like, "You better stop. You know I got your mother number, right?" Like,
damn, they had you on lock, my boy.
It was so deep. I remember I cut. No, it was crazy because I cut. I want to say my last period classes all that year. On some, like, not even realizing what I'm doing, just following the crowd, and I got put on papers, bro. Wow. Had to get signed by every teacher, every period. I was like, wow, I can't do this no more. I gotta get it together, you know.
So did you remember the store in the school?
Definitely. What if you came through and you had some bread? You was the man. The soft baked cookies. The pretzels, the cinnamon pretzels, or the sugar pretzels, the juices,
cookies,
the chips. You was the man. You what? I remember. I told you, my mother sent me to school with a $10 bill. I'm lit. I'm good. And if you could, you know, if you're cool with the security, they let you through the side door. You can go to the store.
I didn't go through the side door, but I was always there. That they used to give me extra cookies.
See, again, you got to be cool with the lunch lady, because whatever they don't sell, they'll end up giving away.
Because we used to have lunch like later in the evening, like 7, 8. Mm-hmm. So,
especially for the after school kids, they hold those, and then, you know, we get whatever they, you know, they willing to just give up. You know, I just love it.
So, once the action, you had any bullies when you got there?
Bullies? I remember being bullied, but.
Was it about people not in our year?
I want to say it was the same year. Granted, the older upperclassmen, they gravitated to me. I want to say, well, if I ever did have an issue, they held me down. Like, you know,
that happened to me later.
Yeah. But I knew at one point after my cousin, you know, left, I had to, you know, stand on my own too and draw a line. And I ain't gonna lie, I did it. I don't know if you ever heard, but, you know, I got into a little skirmish one time.
You did? Where was it?
I want to say my sophomore year.
Your sophomore year, right?
And it was during I think math class, and we had a sub or something like that. So, you know, everybody was, you know, broken off into cliques, and
that's how the subs were. Yeah,
talking, you know, talk amongst yourselves until
people would come into the class who were cutting.
Yeah, but it didn't help. It was actually, I got into a fight with a kid in the class, and it was like one of those moments where I wanted to say he wanted to style in front of his friends and make it seem like he was cool, and it was one of those days where I literally was like, nah. And it don't help. My cousin kind of, you know, charged me up. He was like, yo, I ain't gonna be here, you know, to step for you. So you're gonna have to handle yours. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna have to draw a line. You know, so whatever, do whatever you gotta do. You know, I know how your mom's gonna get down and she gonna give it up. But this is what I'm telling you, you're gonna have to do. And I ain't gonna lie, he wasn't lying. Because after that day, I promise you, I ain't have no more issues. No more issues. What happened was they was tossing a textbook around the room, and I want to say whoever I was sitting next to saw what was going on, and I'm mad. I don't remember who it was. Granted, he held me down because he pushed me out the way when it came flying in my direction, and the shit hit the table. Boom. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, niggas here throwing text. I'm like, nah, no. We're not gonna do that. Like, if we gonna fuck with each other, we're not gonna do that. Like, I'll take a paper ball, spitball. Granted, it's disgusting, but it's not as far as a textbook. Like, you're tossing these shits around. He's not like, you know, that was hardcover Jones. Like,
that shit hit you. Your shit gonna feel.
Yeah, so you know, I'm irked at this point. I'm like, this can't be real. Like, nah. So, you know, the table across the room starts snickering. I giggle and I'm like, is this gonna be that type of day? I'm like, Bet if we're gonna play like this, we're gonna play like this. I get
and
up.
And the thing about the kids in Robe, they would test you when the sub was there. The words. Like if people was just watching you when the teacher was there,
I'm telling you,
that
bro,
day the sub is there. Forget it. It's
all
goes down, bro.
It was so bad. I get up. I snatch the book up. I look inside it. I see the name. I turn around. I walk over to the table and I'm like, y'all throwing books? Like, granted, I don't know who threw it. So I didn't, I see the name in the book and I'm standing over the nigga that the name in the book belonged to. So I already know what it is, but I'm generally speaking. I said, I don't know who throwing books out here, but I thought when it came down to it, we came to look and read in these motherfuckers and learn from them, not toss them around. That don't make no sense. They're not frisbees. So he jumped up over there through it and because ain't nobody throw no book. I'm like, you getting defensive. So now I feel like you did it. Oh, how you know I did it? I shut him up. I go, but the book do got your name on it. He's sitting there with the dick look. I close it up and I fire on him. Blah! Slap fire out on him. He's standing there. He's dazed, like on top of stunned that I did this shit. It took him like, I want to say like 2 seconds to react. He grabbed me and he tried to manhandle me. So I spin around and I literally rush him through the chairs. all the way to the fucking the chalkboard. We start tussling. We spill out all the way into the goddamn the hallway. Security come, they break us up, they bring us down to the dean's office. It don't help. The dean, I think it was a lady at the time. I don't remember her name. She literally was just like amazed at my rage in my face. I'm still railing. I'm like, I'm breathing hard. They didn't bolt me down, sent me to man. Cause security looking at me like, I ain't never seen like this. What's wrong with him? Like, you all right? I'm just zoned out, going down in my head. I already know they about to call my mom. It's over. I gotta get the story in my head together so when I bring it to it, don't sound like bullshit and I don't end up getting fucked up. So it's like, granted, I go when I brought it to her, she understood. Granted, she was mad because I got suspended. I want to say for like a day, 2 days, something like that. Granted, I explained the situation. Granted, the dean, she wasn't feeling it. Like she thought my rage and all that was just too much. I was disrespectful, so she ain't give me the leniency. But I was like, it was what it was. But like I said, that day on, I had no issues, and it don't help. Oh boy, we was like this afterwards.
Yeah, bro. You had any issues in the line in the morning?
What, going through scanning?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I got the funniest story for you.
I'm ready. You can tell it. You don't have to say names if you want.
Now, I got an uncle, and he's a year younger than me. Mm-hmm. My grandmother and my mom was pregnant around the same time. So
gotcha.
We kind of grew up together. And
he went to Robe too?
No. He went to a boarding school out in Mississippi.
Got it.
But he used to come home on holidays. But he used to come on earlier before we used to get off. Mm-hmm. And he came up one vacation, and he wore my coat to the store. And where I lived in the projects, Farragut Projects. I don't know if you've ever been, but back then it was a little dangerous or whatever going to and from the store. So he put my coat on and he picked up one of the fucking steak knives from in the house, the little Jones, and he put it in the coat. He goes to the store and he comes back, forgetting the knife in the coat. And I know you see where this is going. So I get up the next morning, I throw my coat on, throw my book bag on, I'm out the door. I get all the way to school, never checking this pocket because it was like literally like a breast pocket, inside pocket or whatever. And
you're beeping off like crazy.
And I get all the way to school. I get to scanning, it don't help. The hustle where with those that's valid with security that let your phone in. People used to pay me to get their phones in basically. And I had the little in with the security, so they knew what it was. They used to let me rock. And this day I got about like 3 phones in my fucking book bag from people that had paid me to get their phone in. I'm in already, but my coat got to go through scanning. So I literally throw everything on a conveyor belt. I'm going through, you know, I ain't beeping nothing. So, you know, granted, you know, the whole belt and everything, it's a lot, you know, in the morning. But
yeah, I know how it goes.
I go through, you know, scan no beep or whatever, and my coat goes through, and security literally stops everything. They're like, hold on, wait, whoa. I'm like, what's going on? Like my coat, they came out the other side already. So I'm like, they're like, oh, they start bugging. They start talking codes over the radio. And I'm like, I see the commotion, but I don't know what's going on. I'm like, hold on. I don't know what's going on, but let me grab my coat. Let me step out the way because it seemed like it's something serious. They like, hold on, wait, it's that. I'm like, that what? They talking about my coat, so they grab my coat. They send it back. They send it. They grab my code. They tell me they gotta scan it again. They send it back through the scanner, and they like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, what? They go. I'm mad because my code is laying on the desk that you know it comes out of the They unzip the pocket and they pull the knife all the way out. They're like, is this yours? I'm sitting like, oh my god. Oh, yo, that's my call. It's just like something out of the Twilight Zone, bro. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? No, like, I'm trying to think. I'm like my mind is racing. I'm about to go down. Like that interview. I want to say interview because the way they had it set up in that room, in the security room, it was so wild. And it don't help. Like I said, every security guard know me. They love me to a degree. And no, I don't get into no issues now. I've never been in any issues.
Right.
Other than, you know, the little thing, but that was last year, you know, it was like, you know, it happened a long time ago in my mind. So, you know, I wouldn't even think they would, you know, refer to it type thing. Because, like I said, I'm not that kid. They in the room, they like, what's going on? Somebody been bullying you? Why'd you bring the knife? What? Like they're asking 1,000 questions, and I'm literally just standing there, just sitting there, just behooved. And then it dawns on me, my brother had my coat on. Now I'm literally trying to explain all of this, and even that sound crazy. So they like, oh, you know what's going on? You know, they call my mother, and they fucking they explain the situation to her. She confirms that when it come down to it, my uncle was up here from break. He's wary of the area, and my story is true. But it was so wild how everything was going down. They put the knife on the table. They had the little like the ruler. They taking pictures. They didn't do it in a evidence bag.
Oh my gosh,
it's looking like I didn't caught a whole case. They didn't put me in cuffs. They like, yo, I was in cuffs, bro. They like, yo, because we got to take him down. Yeah, you know, he a knife on school grounds. That's another charge. I'm like, God, granted, I want to say, like I said, being able to have those security guards vouch for me, knowing I didn't have any issues with anybody, and you know, this is a one-off, literally, because this is not in my character, you know. So they like, you know, they understood. My mother came down. It was so wild because she cursed my uncle out. I literally fucking almost kicked his ass. So I was like, bro, you know, you almost got me locked up, right? Like, I almost went down for a felony, bro. Like. I almost didn't finish like my last 2 years of school or something. Like come on, bro. Like, but yeah. Like,
did the principal come or the assistant principal come? Like, was it that bad?
I want to say I saw Mr. Weston, but it wasn't for that. Granted, I love Mr. Weston. He was cool. You know, granted, I know everybody couldn't believe he had such a bad wife on top of, you know, I want to say his mannerisms, you know, because
we thought he was gay.
He was a little more flamboyant. So I thought it was, but when we saw his wife, I said, "Well, hey, you know, more power to him.
More power to him.
She was bad.
We thought he was
she
good.
Was bad.
Yeah, man.
You remember Miss Bowser?
Yeah, who forget Miss Bowser, boy?
No, the only reason why I truly remember her is because every time she came down into the lunchroom, it used to be quiet as pin drop. I don't want to put nothing on her, but I kind of feel like she got a kick out of it a little bit because the whole lunchroom, it don't help. Like, and it's like it ain't even like it's just boys in this lunchroom. It's girls too, but everybody is quiet. And she used to take a little moment, walk over to the little window. She used to get her little snacks in there, walk back to the elevator. Nobody could ride but the teachers and shit. I'm like, all right, like I get back on the elevator and the door closed. Everything goes like it's like stop.
You know what's crazy about the elevator in the lunchroom? People was going up in there still.
Mm-hmm. No, I didn't see. Granted, I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, the way I had it working, I don't want to say I was man, but I like I said, I dealt with everybody, you know, with a certain rapport. So I was able to slide on in on the elevator, you know, make it seem like I'm talking to a teacher.
I used to roll with a teacher after the lunchroom sometimes.
Yeah,
when they could come through,
like, because I'm trying to figure out what teachers on the floor. Because if I gotta go from the lunchroom all the way to the fourth floor for the next class, I'm dead beat by the time I get up there.
Son, them steps to the fourth floor, boy. I was not with it, bro. I used to just go to the second floor.
It was the gauntlet, man. You had to do what you had to do.
And I had to take a little rest break.
Big book bag, so I'm slapping everybody on the wet stairs. They're like, "Come on, man!" So I'm like, "I'm trying to get to class." Like, I'm sorry.
Nah, but the basement floor was epic. Between the lunchroom and the gym, it was epic because we had sweeps. Definitely. I don't know if you remember the sweeps.
Yeah.
So like I would have gym during the sweeps, and then all you will see is like hundreds of people roll up in the gym.
Yeah, I ain't
acted innocent. I want to say
my cousin was a part of those little situations because every time I had Jim, he rolled right up in there, and Mr. No, and Miles,
right,
and Mage, God rest Mage.
Rest in
but I ain't gonna hold you. They used to let him rock sometime. Granted, I ain't gonna know he was a funny dude. I fuck with him heavy. He was a man. I would say he was the only white man that was in tune to me. Granted, what was old boy that used to help out me? Miles, the white guy, Mr. Victor
Varnett or some crap like that.
Yeah,
Von or Varnett, one of them things. I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember him too. He was cool.
I had him as a teacher, and I had Noel.
Yeah,
I didn't have Mage.
I had Noel and Mage.
I didn't have Mage.
Granted, Mage was the he oversaw the bowling teams and all. He used to take us. He was the coach that oversaw all the games. So
yeah,
we used to roll out. We got close, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
So how was it when that morning we came back and you heard the news on the loudspeaker? How was that moment for you?
How about I didn't find out until halfway throughout that day because I wasn't even in school. I got called and somebody told me that. I literally cut. No, what happened was I overslept and I made it seem like I went to school for my mom. But I was literally in the house the whole time, and I got the call and they told me, and to me that shit sounded like pure fiction. Like I don't know what you talking about. Like what? That was like that don't make sense. Like I just was with him and his son at a game. Like he used to go ham about not giving kids rides home or whatever, but some of us, certain one of us used to live close, so he used to drop us off, close or whatever. And I always used to see how he was with his son. He seemed like the type to, I understand everybody now getting older, life happens, shit happens, and you make certain decisions and you gotta reap the benefits or the repercussions behind whatever you do. But I feel like whatever it was, it could have been.
I remember that being the saddest day ever in Robeson.
No, but
I've been there.
I think the next
you wasn't.
Came in, they did say something over the loudspeaker, and the whole school was just somber. Like it had
seen girls crying in the hallway. I seen people on the line just quiet going in the building.
The arguments about who knew him and who didn't, who had the right to say something and who didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I saw all that unfold. It was so deep. I went to the funeral. The funeral, the church wasn't too far, from my house, and I literally walked to the funeral. I was there before his body got there, and I was there.
Really?
I was there until they put him back in the hearse and he left. I ain't gonna hold you. That right there was the most heartbreaking day I ever dealt with when it came to Robe.
Yeah,
I did not know
that was
what
a
to
crazy
do.
day.
I called my mother, I called my aunt, and I literally bawled on the phone. Like they my mother, she worried about me so much that I literally freaked her out. She's like, what's going on? And me trying to explain through the sobbing and all that, it just it made her even more anxious until I was able to calm down and explain it to her, and then she didn't even know what to say to me. I didn't know what the story was.
Right. We never got the whole story until later too.
Yeah, so
because I think this was our sophomore year when this happened, or
if I'm not mistaken, sophomore, maybe junior.
Right. So I didn't even know what to feel at that point because this was the first time this really happened like this.
When it came down to it, I love bowling, and I always stuck to it. If there was anything I really stuck to in school, it was that. And it was one time when I was failing in the class. And Mage pulled me up. He was like, "Yo, like bowling is a privilege, right? Something that you have to." You have to do what you got to do to earn, right? I'm like, not understanding where the conversation was going. And he hit me with, well, I looked over, your report card and you failing in some classes, bro. So I'm going to need you to, I need you to knuckle down and get that right. And until you do so, I need you to sit on the side right here. You can cheer your team on, if you want to come to the games, you can come. But until you pull those up, I can't let you play. And he was the one that really made me take school serious to a degree because I really wanted to play.
Wow, that's dope.
Really wanted to play.
That's dope. That made inspire you in that way, bro.
Yeah, and it don't help. I'm watching my teammates like Derek. He was a upperclassman. I don't know if you remember him, Derek. What's his last name? I
don't expect you to. It's been so long.
He was light skinned with green eyes.
Right.
Well, when I tell you my bro can bowl, he was the best on the team. Like, it was so deep. He would take us to the finals and all, like when we play. And then if they used to have like individual competitions too for like the best players out of each team.
Yeah.
And he'd take us there every time. Come home with a trophy. Fuck with him, man. I always strive to be, at his level of playing when I played it. Because when I tell you my man went up, strikes every time, bro. Every time. I used to be like, wow.
I gotta take your bowling, my bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't bowling so long, but I still enjoy it. Granted,
you gotta make that happen, my boy.
When I'm out of town or something. But yeah, granted, it's funny. I still got my balls from high school.
That's what's up.
And I think they still at my grandmother's house.
So how was your sophomore year? You remember?
Sophomore, still learning curve. Granted, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a little bit more confident in myself after my freshman year. So the girls, I'm looking at them now. I'm a little bit more attentive to my clothes. I'm trying to look clean. Granted, I did the baggy look back then, but I'm gonna say it was okay. Granted, they learning from teachers, learning their quirks and their teaching methods, and then learning us and how we learn. It was a learning curve.
Do you remember who you was friends with around then, walking around with?
Yeah. What was that? Brooklyn College room?
Oh, Brooklyn College room?
Was that? I'm trying to see if we was there, or was it just a computer in the Siegel room then? Because I think Brooklyn College, the room, they ain't put that room in until about junior year, like end of sophomore, junior year.
Yeah.
Man, we was in there all the time. I remember chilling with Sean. Tabitha.
Sure, so
Remember chilling with Tabitha. Remember chilling with well, it's my boy Matthew. What's a bunch of, man, it was just who could tolerate me at the time, who wanted to, be around me in my mind,
Yeah, you remember?
Man, I remember chilling with you too, okay? That's why, I guess I didn't think to, say it, because when it come down to it, I always, you were stable, bro. I can vividly remember you throughout all the years. And my mind, when it came,
I don't know. I stopped having classes with you at one point.
Yeah, that's because that's because
we just stopped.
You were smart. And I knew you were smart. I knew to a degree you was gonna get up to the AP classes and all that. And I know you did. Then I knew when it came down to it, I knew you was graduating. It took me a little extra work, and I do the little extra stuff up until the graduation to actually get through and get it done. But
my 10th grade year was terrible though.
Man, like I said, I did a lot of cutting, bro. I did a lot of cutting. It don't help when I cut. I literally used to go right across the street to Albany Peas, bro.
Really?
Yeah. Granted, I was cutting with friends that lived in there. On top, I had family in there and all that. So I'm literally in one of the apartments in the buildings, but we in the basketball court playing basketball while Truancy is rolling around. I don't know what was.
So you didn't get kicked up by Truancy at all?
Can you believe? I'll tell you some funny shit. The only time I've ever gotten picked up by Truancy was after I graduated. How about that? What? I'm 18 years old. No, I'm walking the street. I'm literally on Atlantic Ave. Yeah. Walking home. I'm like, it's funny because I'm just saying to myself, it's school time. But I'm happy I graduated. Like, granted, it don't help. I still got, I got every piece of ID I've ever owned in my wallet, including my high school ID. So it's funny, but I got my state ID too. Like I done went for my permit already. So I got an official, New York State license, ID. So they rolling up and walking down the block of my area or whatever, and they literally skirt up. You would think the way they did it, they was like one of those. Like covert, snatch them up and van and keep moving. Like it was kind of one of those kind of operations. Cause get the van. I'm like, get in the van. I'm so old for this shit. They're like, yeah, we know. Cause I always look young. Even I bet you I probably still look like a teenager or some shit now. Depending on how everybody want to look at it or whatever. But regardless, I've always had the baby face. So in their mind, I'm lying. I literally had to go in my pocket and pull out my ID. It don't help. Like I said, I still had my high school ID in there too. So they see the high school ID on top of my ID. They go for that immediately. Let me see that. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's invalid. Look at the expiration date on top of look at this ID. An official New York State ID. You can scan that. Yeah. Like if need be, it's official. And they get about, I want to say, 3 blocks down, then they realize, oh, you are telling the truth, at least being of age. Apparently, I had been lying about graduating or some shit, but I'm of age because the ID says, so they believe me. All right, they literally stop, open the door, and let me out. I'm like, damn, you're not gonna drop me back where y'all got me? Like, shit, like I was literally on my way home. Like now, I'm more blocks away. Like. The fuck?
I remember when you used to be. We used to be in the Brooklyn College room a lot. I remember. We used to be up in there, and then it was a lot of people in, like Justin and Yvette and them and all that. I remember that. And then some girl used to always do your hair. I don't know if that was your lady at the time. Yeah.
Doing my hair?
I don't know if she was your lady at the time, but I just want to know if you remember that.
What she look like?
I don't remember. She had glasses. I think she was there.
Light skin, dark skin.
I think light.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I like the light skin ones. I ain't gonna hold you. Back in school, yeah, I was on their body.
You don't have to say person name, but I don't know if you remember that moment that we was all chilling in the room and she was on their hair.
But she was like braiding it or something?
I think so.
Or just like running her fingers through it or something? I do. I'm gonna say I remember And I ain't gonna hold you. I had a few love interests back in school. You know,
Maybe they like the Jew.
hey, Greg, you was a cool dude. I ain't never really had no issues with everybody. My thing was I couldn't stand people getting bullied in front of me. Like, somebody joking and everybody piling on or some funny shit. Like, that never was me back in school.
I'll show you, bro.
Like, my boy Matthew used to have a little limp and shit walking, and like everybody used to try to like take little pot shots at him and shit. But I used to let him know, let that shit get down, get him down on top of, used to fire our little jokes back at them. I ain't gonna hold you. I used to have people pissed off back to school. Like, you want to tell a joke? I can tell a joke. It don't help. My family, they're literally they're savages when it comes to jokes. Like the dozens, they play that. Like on the weekends, I tell you when I go, leave from school, I probably go home for like 2 seconds, drop my book bag and pack some clothes in the bag. I'm gonna go on my way to my cousin's house, for the whole weekend. And the way they play, they jokes. They could eat, so like shit niggas said to me in school, that shit literally just to roll off my shoulders, and I'm remixing shit I heard over the weekend. I used to hurt niggas' emotions, like you talk shit. Oh, your sneakers leaning, you ain't got these new Jordans. I'm sitting like, well, you may have new Jordans, but
I don't know if you remember, but I didn't get my style together until we got to a junior.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I
didn't know what I was doing, but in my mind, I was flea. So, and it was all just a state of mind when it came down to it. I learned that, growing older, going through, let's see, the larval stage, puberty.
Because all them kids was definitely fly, bro. Even the females.
Yeah, the one thing I never could conform to or understood was when a new sneaker dropped, everybody and their mama had to wear them, and it seemed like when they did so, it was all on the same day. Like that was something it used to seem weird to me. Like, and then to understand and know how much, like to know what they went through to get them, on top of how much they paid for them. Like it was somewhat of a status symbol to say you stood online 10 hours and you paid $250 for
Jordan.
In my mind, you wasted your time and money. Like
that's how I felt too at one point.
Granted, I've seen Jordans that piqued my interest and I might have wanted, but I never could get behind shit that was happening behind them. I never understood how right after, like say for instance, when you going school shopping, you're going to buy sneakers and all that. I've seen this a guy wait online for mad long for a pair of sneakers, and he get them, and he happy. He come out the store, and he cut the corner. He about to go home, and right when he think he home free, niggas come from behind the car with it in their hand, and like, yeah, give them up. I literally watched that 1,000 times outside shopping for clothes during school time and all that, and never understood the like why go through that. Like why
that was another reason why my folks did not want us to wear name brands for a long time.
Only thing I've ever
until I was able to earn the money to purchase name brands. My parents was like, "Yo, we not."
You'll save your money, you'll get it. Granted,
I'm buying it. You're not buying it. That's how it went in my household. So, what teachers do you remember having?
I remember Miss Messam very vividly. The way she taught, it was seared into my brain. The way she used to like use emotion with everything she taught, and her voice, she would raise it to a point where you hear her down the hallway when she teaching. And she taught English, and I think the book I remember reading in her class was A Raisin in the Sun.
Oh, Robe.
Yeah, and her inflictions, her emotions, everything. Like she brought that book alive to me, and it was so deep that I remember reading it that I even went to go see the play.
Oh wow, that is something.
And I'm not sure if it was with the school or if I did it on my own, but I believe it was with the school.
You got Mastel every year, right? You got Mastel, right?
Mastel.
He was a computer teacher.
Oh, the white guy.
Yeah, the white guy.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I remember he was the one that made sure everybody signed up for Facebook when it first launched. That was like one of our class objectives, or like
I don't remember that day, but
no, I remember.
I know that we used to sneak on the school and do the proxy to go on Skonex.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. Granted, that was before Facebook became what it was, and they banned it. But
I don't think Facebook was high school, because I think MySpace and then
it was Skonex and MySpace and that wasn't like the beginning of it all. I want to say he was teaching us like intermediate building web pages and all, like just HTTP, like just like the basic coding.
Right, remember that.
Like that was out. I remember him teaching us our first year of that. Granted, every year it got more advanced.
More advanced, bro.
Granted, I ain't gonna hold you. Little do we know, you told us some shit that we got actually still able to use to today. Granted, it advanced leaps and bounds from what we learned then, but you know, if you followed it, you know, you're able to, you know.
But master class seemed to be so popping, like
I enjoyed it
because a lot of people used to just come in there and cut, and the way he didn't really kick them out if they were behaving.
Yeah, that was it. Man, if you there to, you know, actually learn something or not at least disturb, they let you rock. I remember that. It was cool.
So I used to hate that because
he's one of the teachers my mother gave a number to, and granted, I wasn't the kid that got disrespectful, did too much, or you know, if I truly didn't feel like doing nothing that day, I might have really was going through something, and he was one of the teachers that understood, like didn't press, didn't you know, make me feel away, understood and was like, I'll let him be, you know. But he was cool overall,
Yeah, Master was like, he was cool. Remember who else you had? You had Spanish, right?
Did I? Yeah. What was her name?
Vassell?
No,
that wasn't Vassell.
Vassell was the Spanish teacher, right?
But she was a black lady.
Is that the one that she was from Jamaica? She had a thick accent, but she was speaking Spanish. I did not understand. I ain't gonna hold you. It don't help. Years later, I'm literally out in Puerto Rico, like, damn, why I didn't pay attention to Spanish more. But then realizing it's because when it came down to it, I couldn't really learn. Like, not the knocker, because I want to believe she was certified in teaching, but it was the way she taught in her dialect that never helped. Her thick accent, her thick Jamaican accent didn't help teaching Spanish. Like I'm like,
it helped me enough to pass the Spanish.
And then it bugged me out even more that my uncle had a Spanish girlfriend at the time, and I actually had her help me with homework one time. In my mind, I'm getting it from the source. This woman speaks fluent Spanish. Spanish is her first language. English is her second. So in my mind, I'm coming to school with everything right. Ever, like I'm feeling so confident. I get in there, it don't help. Her class is damn near at the end of the day, so I'm holding that like, because I don't do homework, bro. I never did homework ever. And this was one time I did the homework. Like I did it. I attempted it at least. I don't even get points for that. Like I attempted it, but
you know what's crazy about Vassell? I had her class after lunch my 10th grade year. So there was a lot of times I used to just not go.
I told you, bro,
because it made no fucking sense. Like,
then I got in trouble. I was like, all right, I gotta figure this out. You know, can't cut every day. You know, mix it up. I had to learn, but that woman.
But if you was cutting with friends, it was a different thing.
Yeah, see, that's when the day get away from you. You don't even realize what time. Oh, shit. Damn.
So remember who else you had? You had
I had Miss Jackson for
who Miss Jackson?
White lady. It's funny because it was her class that I had at the end of the day that I cut for like I want to say like 2 months. It was crazy. You got
a 65 or 55 on that?
It's funny because I think the first term she actually passed me. It was funny.
Even though you wasn't there.
Even though I wasn't there. It was the second term that she realized I'm really not there. Like, who is he? No, like 55 failing. I think she even gave me a 0 or something like that. Like one was like, how you get a 0, bro? I mean, you just not going. Like that's when shit caught up with me, got in trouble. Got put on papers. It was a lot. I go
shit, bro.
But Miss Thomas, I want to say I had her for math.
I don't know what she is.
She's a math teacher. She I want to say she was Jamaican too.
Yeah,
she didn't play no games. I remember her vividly.
So her class was under control?
She ain't play no games. Come in, sit down. She got cursed.
So the kids was in there was acting.
No. Everybody was straight as an arrow with her. She didn't play that. She gave it up.
Was there teachers that didn't have the class under guard that you remember?
I want to say.
I know some.
Mr. Allen. Like I said, the kids used to give him so much shit, and it wasn't like they treated him like the substitute, and that was his class. I'm like, I used to get up. I remember getting up one time, and I snapped on the class. I was like, yo, like, why you acting like you're not hearing him or something like? And then, granted, I want to say, the reason why I was a little charged up is because it might have been like right after open school night or something, and I'm trying to, be on my best behavior, be good, and. So I jumped. No, y'all gotta calm down. What's up with y'all? Shut up. You out here trying to teach. I'm trying to learn,
Yeah, bro.
But, yeah. Anybody else? I can't really think. Granted, like I said, I've seen them kids in there make substitutes cry. Like literally walk out, cry. I was like, y'all niggas.
I had a class where the teacher the kids would act up. The security would come every fucking day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, that's what. That was the first part. Because I'm like,
every day security will be there.
Security board and the goddamn substitute. Like, granted, you ain't gonna see them again. And they made that white lady cry. She literally left out. Oh, y'all niggas.
She probably quit the next year.
Yeah, I think she quit. Yeah, like she never came back to Robe. I didn't see her.
Did you have Mr. Try or no?
Mr. Try.
One of the flyest black teachers for
what, math?
Nah, he did English. I remember I had him. He was like a fly guy.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember.
He was like one of the coolest guys.
No, you know who was the flyest teacher to me?
Who's the flyest teacher?
Mr. Ng.
Was he?
I think he taught math.
Math? I heard of him, but
computer.
I never had him.
He was the flyest teacher I ever saw. He wore a bathing ape every day, from head to toe. The hat, the jackets, the shirts. He even had like the little pendants. He had the pants and the shoes. He had every pair of bathing ape shoes. I was like, yo, like, wow.
Like, one thing I'll tell you, Mr. Tribe, we was in his class, and he would just sit there and talk about his life, like, half the time. He would teach sometimes, and then, like, on Fridays or, like, Mondays randomly, he would just talk about his life, and then the time would just go. He was so cool. He wouldn't teach one day. He would just talk about himself.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to figure out, who else you had? You had Noel.
Yeah, I had Noel.
He had his favorite saying, 55. Touch that door, you get a 55.
Mm-hmm. Don't go nowhere. See, when you 55.
What was another good moment you had on Robe?
I remember when they had the parties.
Oh, you went to the parties?
Yeah, I remember once.
How much parties you went? You went once?
I went to one of them in the lunchroom.
Yeah, they had it in the lunchroom.
It was kind of cool. It was a new experience for me. Granted, seeing classmates dancing and a little bit more relaxed than the regular day where we just running around trying to learn. It's cool. I want to say
parties were kind of live. Parties were kind of live.
Yeah. The music was lit. They knew what to play. Granted, they knew to chaperone a lot because they ain't want no dubbing or nothing. Granted, everybody was able to dance for a little minute, before it was over. I think it was cool. I had fun. Looking back, I had fun.
What about the career when they had the career days with the in the gym? You remember that?
I remember them, but I don't know what I know I used to just be running around, not knowing what to do. I'm mad because kind of still feel like that. I don't know, aimless, not knowing what the purpose is.
Yo, I gave the freaking the Army recruiter my fucking number.
I did it too.
They call my ass like every night. So they had to until I freaking just told them that I was going to take the test on Utica, and I never went.
How about I was going to go into the Army, and I used to go to the recruiter's office damn near every day, the one over on Rockaway.
Yeah.
And I used to go to the learning little they used to have like little like study groups or whatever. They take you all the way out to like Jersey somewhere where they help you study for the ASVAB, and it was so deep. I was literally gonna go that I took my braces off. I want to say a month or two before they were supposed to come off.
Yeah,
because I was going to take the ASVAB. I went and took it.
Oh, you remember how braces too?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's why me, you, and Trina bonded at that time.
Yeah. Granted, I felt like we was
at the 3 months of
Go on. Yeah, and I had those shit taken out, and I took the ASVAB, and I failed that shit by 4 points.
Damn, boy.
And it was funny because right after I failed it, and I realized what I was about to commit to.
Yeah,
I was like kind of relieved, like sad and relieved at the same time. Like, wow, like I ain't realized what I was really about to get myself into. Like boot camp. Like, granted, the reason why I'm gonna say I was charged up to do it and go is because I had family members that served, before me, like my uncle and even my younger uncle. He went into the military after he came of age. He actually signed in at 17.
When Magic Johnson came to the school, were you there? Did you go to that?
I believe I was there, but I don't know if I was one of those kids that got admitted into, because you had to like be good and perfect attendance or something like that. I think I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't go to. I missed it, but I think my mom had came and sat in it.
But I think I heard he came. I was like, okay. Granted, I don't know. If he wasn't from Brooklyn, it didn't really matter to me.
Right. So your junior year, you came back. Was it like a different feeling?
I ain't gonna hold you. My junior year felt like I was learning the ropes. Felt like I felt like an upperclassman. Getting up there, learning the curves and seeing the younger ones come in and see them going through what I did, and looking back and feeling nostalgic just a little bit. Yeah. Still having to look ahead and know, still more time to have to put in, but feeling good. Granted, I wasn't I want to say like the best student, but I want to say probably like C-, type of student, but
God damn, bro.
I tried. I tried. Granted, the way I learned, it was different. I learned now, getting older, looking back. Mm-hmm. I gravitated and soaked up information and knowledge by doing it more so than textbook, reading and trying to repetitively learn it in your head. Granted, I do know that's how you learn certain things, but it was more so hands-on. That's why
I would say our junior year, it was a lot of shit that went on that year. Like a lot of fights.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the staircase getting it in.
Yeah.
A lot of shit was going down that year, bro.
Yeah, my boy Barrington, he gave it up.
For real?
Yeah. My boy B, man, I still speak to him to this day.
That's what's up.
He live out in Florida, but I ain't gonna hold you. He showed me, what it was too, because he was the coolest kid that I've seen. I seen how he had it working. I tried to like take the template of him and cookie cut it around me to be able to like kind of like just duplicate what he had a little bit, because he had everything working. He was cool with the fellow students, and the teachers had his respect, and he had his. It was a lot, it was beautiful, but
just like you, I had a mentor too. I had my boy Ricky Romillas. I don't know if you remember who he was.
That's my man. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
He used to just take me under his wing. by that time. Like
in my mind, he had it all together. He had it figured out. Granted,
he
we all
was.
not realizing we all the same age and we all trying to figure it out too at the same time.
He was walking through the school like he was the man, bro.
Yeah, it was suiting in the bow tie.
Yeah, he was suiting
He had everything in his little brief or whatever. He used to walk around. I thought he was a substitute, not realizing he's a student just like me.
He was a student, bro. Yeah, he just dressed up every day, bro. He came through. Yeah, bro.
I see my man Barrington give it up one time when it came to some beef. I remember a kid walked up on him. We in Miss Siegel room. We on a computer, just shooting the shit, relaxing. Yeah. Some kid came behind him, mad hostile. You fucking with my girl, something to that degree, something about a girl. And I want to say he was so cool. He was cool as a cucumber because the shit ain't phased. We just looked at him, your girlfriend, and I want to say I knew who they was talking about, and it wasn't that, but old boy felt threatened like a motherfucker, and he wanted to fight. He made it known, and like I said, my boy Barrington, he cool as a cucumber. He was like, all right. He was like, yeah, come on the staircase. All right. My man Barrington got up, picked his book bag up. He ain't say nothing. He walked. I'm writing tokens. I'm like, he not gonna have to. Boy, great. I'm trying to see what's gonna go on too. So I'm like, what's going on? We get to the staircase. They cut the corner, to the little back way or whatever. Old boy dropped his book bag. Barrington dropped his book bag. Old boy like he's still flailing. Come on. Old boy Barrington was like. What you gonna do? Old boy swung at him. He ducked it. When I tell you, grabbed him up by his shirt and he headbutted this man. I want to say like 2-3 times. Boom, 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 boom. When I tell you, he folded old boy real quick. I was like, the only thing I said in my head was, I'm happy that this is my friend. Like, I'm happy I fuck with this man. I'm happy he's my friend. Like, he fuck with me. Like it happened so fast. Everybody reacted to it in the staircase, but the fight was over. It started and it was over so quick that he was able to pick his book bag up and skate off that quickly. Security came. They trying to break shit up, get through the crowd. My man done skated already. Like, go on. I'm like, I'm just like, I'm walking behind him. I'm like this. I'm happy this is my friend. Like, it don't help throughout my years in life. Right. Yeah. I'm saying that's how real it is, but
But like a lot of the fights used to just pop off right in front of me too, bro. Like literally, you'll be standing out in the hallway, the gym, or the lunchroom. Somebody will say, "Hold this." You know what "hold this" was?
Nah, I knew what it was when I saw a book bag drop.
Or you like hold this,
and you see my pulling pants up. It's up. Like, it's over. Like, all right, guard your grill. That's all I know.
Somebody used to just say, "Hold this" to me, and I knew it was about to go down, bro.
I'm telling you, damn, here we go. And I ain't gonna I had to get into a couple skirmishes.
We all there.
I tried my best to just be me, cool, calm, collective. I was never a violent kid. Never wanted to perpetuate issues with anybody. If I did have issues, it wasn't with me. But I ain't run from nothing.
Yeah,
I just try my best not to.
So 11th grade year ended. We come back as a senior. What was your feeling? What was going through your mind? The mind state, yeah, senior.
Man, I'm the man, but it don't help. My schedule ain't telling me that. I done fucked around and played around so much that I ain't realized I'm looking down at my schedule and I still got fucking sophomore and freshman classes and shit, and I was sitting in with freshmen and shit. I was like, damn, I gotta get this down pack. I gotta get this together.
So when Regents time came for junior year, you didn't pass everything that time, or what?
I might not have passed. I'm gonna say like 1 or 2 or something like that, but that's what helped me.
I mean, I failed the Regents. I went to summer school and took it back.
I remember doing summer school one time, bro, and I said, I promise you I ain't gonna do that shit no more. I think that was my sophomore year. I had to do summer school, and it didn't help. I had to do summer youth program too. So I was literally in school and working. When I tell you, I understood what it was to be an adult at a young age. Literally coming in, you gotta drop my book bag off, run back out. I got to get to work and, understand what the responsibilities is and being tired and making the money and feeling good, but knowing you're tired that you don't even want to spend it. But, felt good. My first little summer youth check, took Mom Dukes and my sister out.
That's what's up.
Went to the movies, then, went to McDonald's. I said, everything on me, y'all. Felt good,
So you didn't have, so that means you didn't have the AP classes.
Did I have any? I'm not sure. I doubt it.
Nah.
Granted, we were split off into different factions when it came down to it. Everybody had I was in new media. Other people had what was that? Business, and then technology.
Right.
But
because I had an AP English.
I remember I had to take one of those to so I don't know if it was AP, but it was public speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think you had to take that just to graduate. I don't remember.
No, I think I got high on the English reading, so they just put me up in there.
Right. Like I said, I always knew when it came in too. You was smart, man. I knew your ass was
like it was. I was amazed. I was amazed I even passed my Spanish and my math regions, bro, for like 11th grade, bro. Like by the time I got into like 12th grade, I had classes that were like more advanced. So I was with the seniors, but it was like the smart cookies like Sunelli and Brittany and and Najee and them, the smart people. So I was taking classes with them. So now it's not like the crowd that me and you started with.
Yeah,
it's a different crowd. Yeah. So your senior year, you had classes with the lower classmen.
A few of them, yeah.
Wow. So when the senior activities came, they just tapped you on the shoulder and still wanted you to participate?
Granted, I want to say now it seems like a blur. Like, if you bring up a situation, I might remember, but
did you go to senior trip?
No. It's funny because I think I missed all of that. Like, they wasn't even sure if I was gonna graduate. I literally had stuff I had to make up, and I was, it was funny because I went through a lot that year because my mom, I was smoking back then too, so. My mom had a big issue with me smoking weed, and I felt like back then it helped. Yeah, I didn't really know how to explain it. On top of it wasn't legal and it wasn't seen as beneficial as it is today back then. So
I know one thing about Robe. We was on the news every year for something.
Yeah. Something.
So like people who like knew me like in my family and so outside people who didn't go to Robe, they didn't understand.
It didn't know, but I had a cousin that went there way before I did. I was her alma mater. She graduated. And that's the same one that ran down on me that day I got in trouble.
Wow, so you had a family member that went to Robe years before?
Yeah. She was the one, that was my cousin. I told you when my mother, my mother.
Yeah.
My cousin came up, that was her.
So she was a year older than you?
Yeah, she's my mother's age. That's her cousin, but we all family.
Okay. So I won't even know what year she graduated. Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't go to prom.
I did.
Oh, you did go to prom though.
Yeah.
Wow, you was actually able to go to prom.
Yeah. It's just I missed the
senior
trip. Like I said, it wasn't sure if I was going to graduate. I had to make sure I got the work up so they can say I accumulated that credit.
Yeah.
Granted, like I said, what happened was that summer my mother kind of went through like I'm tired type of moment. You gotta shape up and shape out. She did a conference call with my uncle. She's like, I don't care which one of y'all coming to get him, which I gotta come get him now. Because I'm at the end of my rope. I don't know what y'all gonna do. My uncle that lived in Brooklyn at the time came and scooped me up. You know, he gave me the game. You know, he let me know that, you know, my mom, she was tired. You know, I had a little sister at the time. You know, it's a year or two younger than me. She's in school also, so you know, her attention is split when it comes to dealing with both, and me just being a headache. You know, it's taken away from my sister. So he's explaining all this to me and letting me know I gotta knuckle down. You know, I gotta get it together. You know, like he the one who walked into the guidance counselor's room with me and sat down and was like, "What does he need to do to be on time to, to graduate?" And
but you remember Mr. Fuller became a vice principal around then?
Mr. Fuller, he did?
Yeah.
But did Mr. Fuller teach math?
Yeah, that's what's the crazy part about it.
Mr. Fuller, that's his name. It's funny. I was just talking about him to my wife the other day.
She know him?
It was bad. No. I was explaining the situation that happened. What happened was, I want to say it was probably about sophomore year. And I had a cat at the time. She was a Persian, all gray. And she was going through her little phases where, you know, they spray and, you know, they leave a pheromone.
Yeah.
And she sprayed on my one of my sweaters I used to wear to school. And I was in class one day, and I want to say the pheromone, you know, started to reek off of the coat. And one kid in the class, you know, realized it, and then, you know, did one of those walk past smell, and then made a thing of it, and everybody else, you know, he caught everybody else's attention, and then it became a big thing, and it was kind of distracting, and Mr. Fuller saw it, and I guess the kids' crew, you know, they was evil, so they was
tell me about it, bro.
Literally, you know, driving it home, making it seem like, you know, I'm dirty, I don't have clothes at home. It was a lot, to the point where Mr. Fuller, God bless his heart, he bought in a whole bag of shit the next day. I want to say, like, it wasn't a whole bunch of stuff. It was a pair of pants,
wow, bro.
A sweater, like a sweater like the ones he used to wear, and deodorant, like a little cologne, like, you know, little gift box colognes that you get for Christmas. One of those, and something else. I want to say a belt or something.
Wow, bro.
And it kind of made me feel away, because it was like, you know, it made me like, you know, I'm not one of those less fortunate kids, because, you know, I brought it home and I explained the situation to my mother, and she was a little, you know, turned by the situation, but I explained to her that he meant well. So it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't, you know, anything malicious, you know, intent, you know, behind it all.
Right.
But it kind of, you know, it pissed me off, but it made me feel good, because, you know, he was thinking about me, you know, because he pulled me to the side. It wasn't like, you know, he did it in front of everybody.
That's good that he did it to the side and all that.
And, you know, and it's funny because I explained the situation to him, but he, you know, even still, you know, he gave me stuff the next day, and I'll never forget him for that much. He did that.
Wow.
Made me feel good. Granted, I had mixed emotions about it, but it made me feel good all in all, because, you know, I understood after it was all said and done, teachers don't get paid a lot. And for them to, you know, take time out of their day and spend their paycheck, in which they, you know, they got to live off of, and, you know, spend it on a child that ain't theirs, it's a beautiful notion.
Definitely, bro. That
it made me feel good. I was like, wow.
That story touched me, bro.
It fucked me up, but, you know, like I said, you know, something I'll never forget.
Wow, bro.
Granted, I want to say it was one of those moments where I had to forge a little bit more of a tougher skin, because, you know, the kids, they made me feel like shit just a little bit, but, you know, it wasn't what it was. It was a growing pain, I want to say, you know.
We all went through some crazy shit, bro. Them kids was definitely.
I've seen crazier shit. I don't know if you remember when the kid that got stabbed in our school. I don't remember his name, but I remember
somebody got stabbed.
I was right there when it happened.
You was there? Wow.
I was literally right there.
Where was this? In the lunchroom or what?
I knew both parties involved. Like, you know, I don't say no names, but I knew. It don't help. I said what up to both parties before it happened. Like,
and that's how it goes.
And it don't help. It happened so fast that it didn't register to me what happened until it happened. Like, until, like, I want to see. maybe even days later, like
days,
who it was and what happened and all that. Because I remember seeing oh boy, they got stabbed. I slapped him 5. I said, "What up?" You know, we spoke for like 2 seconds. Granted, I'm gonna say he was a popular kid, so he was saying what up to everybody.
Yeah.
And the same time, and saying what up to me. Granted, I want to say I got the personalized. You know, I slapped him 5. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And the other kid, I saw him, and you know, he it's funny because we used to do music and shit together, and we always, you know, we had a close bond too, but it wasn't that at the moment. I remember it was one of those like head nod, but he was in passing, like he was like he was intent to go somewhere.
And that's what I said earlier about like literally, you'll be talking to somebody and next minute it'll be a fight right next to you. Like there was a lot of moments like that in Robe.
No, but it was so crazy that when it happened, and the reaction of everybody that went down, because I want to say after I said what up to or what I got stabbed, I got about 2-3 feet from him when I heard the commotion, and I turned back around, and he's literally sliding down the wall holding his neck. So now, by the time he's literally laying on the floor, I'm standing over him. And it's such chaos and commotion that's going on, a whole fight breaks out over him. His I want to say his close friends or maybe even family that might have been going there, they reacted off of everything, and a whole brawl broke out. I'm literally standing over him trying to help, and you know, literally
were y'all in the hallway?
We was in the basement. That's what
y'all was in the basement. Yeah,
that's what happened. And old boy did what he did to him and hit the door so fast that it didn't register. It didn't. Because when I turned around, all I heard was like a girl scream or something. Like somebody go, "Oh shit!" Like, you know, like a lot, like just a reaction. And I turned around, all you saw was the doors on the other side of the hallway swing back closed, like somebody ran through. So I'm like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, what's that?
This was between the lunchroom and the gym, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the where it happened was it was closer to the back door of the exit of the lunchroom.
Oh, back door exit, right?
Yeah, back door exit of the lunchroom. So it was closer, you know, down the hall. But
yeah, I remember that.
I remember that shit vividly. I got into a whole brawl. I lost my phone. Niggas took my wallet out of my goddamn pocket. My goddamn ID, money, everything was missing. Metro cards. Who takes them? Fuck it. Lost the sidekick. I was pissed off, but it made me feel even better because it was, you know, it didn't work, you know, like traditionally. You had to do some extra shit to, you know, work that.
Sidekick, bro.
I remember that.
Shit, sidekick days, bro. So damn, bro.
I really remember that shit.
So your 12th grade year, you were just basically playing catch up. Like you didn't really have classes with people in your year like that, right?
Not that I remember. I might have, but yeah, like I said, public speaking and like the senior classes. But I had more classes than regular students, you know.
Right.
Because everybody was leaving around like 2:00 or something like that.
Yeah, because people had like a freaking 1 to 7, 1 to 6, 1 to 5.
Damn, I'm sick.
Or just leaving after lunch. You gotta be until 9. Period. Damn, bro.
But I want to say.
But the school used to let out like 340, so
yeah, but I was after school kid, so I used to have fun. I remember doing photography. I remember going to Brooklyn College
College, yeah, I went there too. I was gonna ask you that next.
Going out to college and recording music.
Yeah, that was fun too, bro. Brooklyn College. I went there for a little while too, and then
I was on a band too. I don't know if you know.
What band?
We had a band.
We had a band,
baby. I used to play the drums.
I don't remember that, boy.
Me, the Gregory. I'm not
Who's that, Gil brother?
No, George. I forgot his name. George P.S. Something like that. He was a African cat. Used to wear glasses and Akhenaten. I don't know if you know him.
I remember that name.
He was an upperclassman. He played the bass.
Yeah, I remember him. He probably was 06. Right?
And I played the full set drums. for Mr. Tima. That was a music teacher.
Yeah, Tima class.
I don't know Mr. Tima.
Yo, people used
I
to.
don't know how you doing. I gotta look him up.
People used to get hundreds in there and not do shit. You used to get high grades in Tima.
Yeah, no. See, the difference was I actually took the. I don't know. See, I don't know what it was, but the teachers they kind of zoned in on me. Like every teacher I ever had, they zoned in on me. They expected.
But why? You were more people. We had a lot of bad people in our year.
Mr. Team used to hold me down. Like, granted, I guess because they sort of saw my potential.
Got it.
So what I could, what they thought I could do, and they wanted to bring it out. Because I remember him handing out assignments and telling everybody what to do, having trying to learn the keyboard and all that. And that was the class I realized I had carpal tunnel.
Wow.
And he was the one who suggested the drums.
Yeah. So overall, like you graduated on time, right?
Nah, I want to say it might have been a little bit late. I'm not sure.
You didn't finish in June of 07?
08.
Oh, you came back in 08?
That's why I wasn't too keen on continuing and doing college. Granted, my mom, she kind of helped me see that. She was like, does it make sense to struggle, coming out of high school and go right into college, get yourself some time and work and see where you want to, where you want to do, where you want to be. Like,
so you came back the year after, and then you just stayed for the whole year?
No, I believe I graduated that June.
Oh, no, I'm saying that, yes. I'm talking about the school year after, because I finished in 07 June. So yeah,
please. Yeah.
So yeah, we all had left, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. That was what the kick in the ass was for me for a little bit. Like realizing everybody was leaving and I'm literally still there. I'm like, all right, I gotta get it together. Like, always heard the jokes of about the super seniors and all that, and never really wanted to fall into that, right? Yeah, didn't want to because I want to say the upperclassmen that gravitated to me were, to some degree, the super seniors and all that. Not per se, but that they were probably like in danger of becoming type.
Nah, there was we had a bunch of super seniors in Robe.
Yeah, we did. But I'm talking about that gravitated to me.
The fair thing about it, like we had a damn daycare on the first floor as well. So even
it's funny because I remember the classmates I had that had kids, and I used to chill with them, especially the female ones.
Yeah, man.
I never, I never looked down on them.
No. I'm just
it was, and like I said, when I got a chance to talk to them and get a piece of them and understand their life and all that, it was always more so inspiring to know. Shit, you're still willing to come to school and you have that resource, Beautiful.
Yeah, bro.
Granted, I don't see too much of them. I'm gonna say they graduated.
Wow, so you graduated next year. That's all right. At least you got it done. That's all that matters.
Yeah, it don't help. I graduated a year later. My sister graduated a year early.
So y'all graduated at the same time?
Back to back?
Oh, back to back. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess that was your Robeson experience, bro. You have anything else?
Listen.
Overall, how you feel?
I want to say it was a learning experience. Like the teachers, I know they probably would say they wish they would have instilled more than what they did. But I want to say I took away what I truly thought I could use. And still to this day, I'm using it.
Wow.
I know I'll never look at, the book, The Color Purple, the same after leaving out of school. And,
at least you took away something from there that you could talk about. Like,
remember reading Monster, and then now you see those movies are coming out.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I read that book in school, That's funny because it's like, it's the same thing for our parents because it happened for them,
So you used to chill in the Writing Center and the Brooklyn College room a lot, right?
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. I remember Miss Siegel used to have to kick me out. Come on, Vince. Come on. You know you're supposed to be in class. Right? She used to kick me out. I love Miss Siegel. Seeing her on that bike, riding through the hood. I thought she was the gangsters. Can't nobody tell me nothing about that lady.
Nah, we love us some Miss Siegel. I ain't gonna lie.
I remember one time we was all on a bus. I think we was on our way to Brooklyn College, and she was riding on the side of the bus on her bike. I don't know if she was headed to the college with us or if she was going home, but I was like, that's the most gangsterous white lady in Brooklyn.
There was a couple of teachers that had bikes.
Yeah, Mr. What's his name? That took computer, Mr. Patel. We were just talking about him. Master. He had a bike, a motorcycle.
I don't know. For some reason, I always thought Master was the coolest guy.
He had a motorcycle. He used to ride that shit to him from school. Of course, he was the coolest. What? Fucking dope. And just seeing him leave out at the end of the day with his helmet and his jacket. I'm like, who are you? I used to act like, who are you, bro? Like, you got like a club or something? Like, he used to have to ask. He used to laugh at me. It's like, you gotta be like a secret agent or something. Like, you just do this on like as a cover, ain't you? Like, I don't know. In my mind, people was living like extravagant lives in my head. I always watching movies, growing up. That was my pastime. Like, even if I'm in the house dolo, leave me in the house with like, Showtime, Facts. HBO and Cinemax and all that. Movies all day, I'm good.
So, high school was a prevalent time. Do you remember like a lot of the music and the stuff? You had a Walkman or whatever.
Yeah, I remember burning CDs in a computer lab.
In the computer lab, for real?
Yeah, I remember Miss Siegel. She used to be like, "Cause y'all want to do is come in here and burn music." We used to have millions and millions of songs on the computers. It used to be to the point where she used to have to go behind and delete everything because it's slowing everything down.
Slowing the computer down, right? Ain't that something, bro?
Remember, we used to use mad proxies just to get on Skonex.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
Listen. And it's like every time
they used to shut it down. We would find a new one.
But it didn't help. They're teaching us the technology we're using, so it's like, you're not gonna keep up. Like,
Facts, bro. So that's your last words.
Man, listen. See, the one thing I want to say I'm proud to take away is that I learned who Paul Robeson was, understood his life, and the message they personified through that school. I loved it. Like that mural will forever be etched in my brain. I'm looking at it right now, still standing in that lobby, looking up at that fucking mural, man. And to know it's so deep. I was watching a video of him that they took back then. Yeah. And they were he was before I want to say a committee or something like that. And they was just bombarding him with questions. They tried to call him a fascist and a capitalist, and they wanted to know why he took certain trips everywhere, and the way that man stood on his 10 and spoke so eloquently and strongly, and when I tell you, every word that man spoke reverberated throughout my whole body, and to know that I went to his school made me feel so good. I'm like, wow. It was so deep. I had to share it with my wife. Hey, watch this.
That is dope.
I'm like, yeah, I went to his school. She's like, wow. I'm like, yeah, man.
So 2023, what's Vance's life now?
I'm a dad of two boys. One 12, one 5. I don't know. I guess I'm still learning. I kind of feel like I'm 33 now, but I kind of still feel like that kid back at school, still learning. I'm still, as optimistic of the world as I was back then. I'm happy to say I've never lost that. I've done a slew of assortment of jobs. Anything you can think of, I've damn near did it. And I say I'm still growing as a person. You know,
As
still
you should.
understanding who I am, what I like, what I don't like, and I'm happy to say that I'm perfectly fine sitting in the room dolo, bro. Like if it's just me, I'm cool. If another person wanna come join in, I would hope it would be done in a manner, in the spirit of cooling and good feelings, nothing negative. Because if it's negative, you could just I'm cool. Yeah, by myself, baby.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But I'm happy I came over here and did this, man. I ain't seen you in very long, man. Like,
Yeah, bro.
tell you my mind before coming over here, in my mind you was a billionaire, bro. You probably own half the world or something in my mind. I'm like, for
Nah.
real. I knew that. Not to put too much on you, but I saw that for you in life, man. Like back from school
That's
now,
what's
even
up.
even Ken, man. Like just seeing y'all, like you know what, like the cliques, seeing y'all still be together and hold each other down, even after school. That should make me feel good. Like that's why I always try my best to chime in, leave a comment or two, and let y'all know. If nobody else see it, I see it, baby. I see it, and I'm proud
That's
of
what's
y'all.
up.
I'm very proud of y'all, man.
Yeah, man. So thanks for coming on the show for Star Time,
Definitely,
man.
definitely. Shit, I'm coming back if you need me.
Yeah, bro. So that was it, man. Our Robe head conversation.
Definitely, Robe, man. Yeah.
So we'll be back. This is the Star Roddy Rod, and I'm the host of Star Time. So I want to tell y'all about this awesome show that I'm on called the Premier Boys Podcast, where it's just me and 3 other brothers, Ken Mr. Gentleman, Ken Talk Aaron Sands, and Long Live the Chief Mounty Mal, discussing topics of the culture and our opinions, latest news topics, latest stories, scandals, and we have a lot of fun doing this, We talk our own opinions. Sometimes it's real raw, real raunchy, and sometimes it's just fun and games. So, listen to it with an ear, of enjoyment. We're here to entertain you, We talk about topics of the news. We talk about reviews of shows. We just talk about anything from music to current events and everything in between. So you can catch us on Wednesdays on all streaming platforms with the exception of Spotify. So after you listen to this, go right ahead and listen and subscribe to the Premier Boys Podcast. Recommended by me, the Star Roddy Rod of Star Time. All right. It's Star Time, and I'm the host of Star Roddy Rod, and that was Robe Heads with my boy Vance from high school. It was good catching up with Vance. You already know, hearing his side of how it was being in Robe and all his stories and a couple of things that I know about. Yeah, but make sure you follow me on Instagram at star.timeroddy on Instagram and Threads. Also, follow, like, subscribe wherever you're listening to this. I'm on Good Pods, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many others. Also, you can catch me here. You can catch me on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Presents The Old School Show every 4th Thursday, part of Spin-Off Series Thursdays. And I'm also a part of the Premier Boys Podcast, coming back in January 2024 with myself, Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, Aaron, King Talk Sands, and long live the chief. They call me Mally Mal. Make sure you catch up on all streaming platforms with the exception of Spotify. Season 1, 2, and 3 of the Premier Boys podcast. Also, make sure you come back and check out the next episode of Star Time Podcast. Coming next Monday at 12 a.m. as usual. So, make sure you check it out, and I'll see y'all back here next time on Star Time Podcast. We are out of here.
Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your homie Big Smash, representing Bet the House Podcast, the illest, most trillest, most realest show you could ever listen to. Checking out my boy Star Roddy Rod. Y'all already know what time it is. Check us out. We out here. We lit. We popping. The up and coming scene is deadly. And we in control of that shit. Y'all already know what it is, man. Pop the fuck up. We out.